Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to your channel today. We've got some insane news shaking the hip-hop world, something that fans are calling one of the most heated public confrontations in recent memory. King Harris and T.I., two of the most recognizable names in the rap scene, reportedly had a public confrontation that got so intense, people feared it could escalate into a full-blown physical altercation. That's right. What started as a verbal disagreement nearly turned into a direct attack, and the story has everyone on social media talking. So grab your popcorn because we're about to break this down, step by step, from what happened to what this means for the hip-hop community. Before we dive into the confrontation itself, let's give a little background on the two figures involved. King Harris, rising in popularity over the last few years, has been making waves for his unique style and uncompromising attitude in both music and public appearances. He's known for being outspoken, not shying away from drama, and often calling people out directly, which has earned him a reputation for being fearless but also controversial. On the other side, we have T.I., one of Atlanta's most iconic rappers whose career spans decades and includes countless hits, business ventures, and influence in the hip-hop industry. T.I. is respected for his strategic mindset and leadership in the rap community, but he's also known to handle disputes with intensity when pushed too far. So when these two crossed paths, tensions were already running high in the fan base, with speculation bubbling about what might happen if their worlds collided. Now, here's where things reportedly got heated. Sources say that King Harris and T.I. were at a specific event, an event that had drawn massive attention from fans and media alike. Eyewitnesses say the two ran into each other, and at first, it seemed like a casual encounter, maybe even a polite acknowledgement. But then, according to multiple accounts, words were exchanged. What started as a heated discussion quickly escalated. People who were present describe an energy in the air that was palpable, almost as if everyone in the room could sense that things were about to blow up. Friends, fans, and security were caught in the middle as both sides raised their voices. And some say the exchange became more than just verbal. There were gestures, aggressive posturing, and a clear challenge in the air. Security quickly intervened, but for several minutes it looked like a confrontation that could spiral out of control. Social media reacted immediately. Within minutes, footage of the confrontation started circulating online. Fans of both artists rushed to platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to weigh in, share opinions, and post memes. Some accounts suggested that the confrontation stemmed from ongoing tension between the two rappers, possibly involving past comments, rivalries, or disagreements over the industry. Others simply enjoyed the drama, dissecting every frame of the encounter, analyzing body language, and debating who was in the right. Memes began to spread like wildfire, with fans picking sides, and hashtags related to the confrontation started trending. For the hip-hop community, it wasn't just a fight. It became a cultural moment, sparking conversations about respect, rivalry, and the line between entertainment and real conflict. However, according to insiders, Big Nana isn't making her moves obvious. Instead, she's using small, calculated actions to influence perceptions. Maybe she casually comments to King Harris about something T.I. supposedly said, or drops a hint to T.I. about King Harris' intentions. The goal is simple: create misunderstandings, make each of them question the other's loyalty, and let paranoia take root. What makes this strategy dangerous is that it's almost invisible. No one realizes they're being manipulated until it's too late. It's classic divide and conquer, and in an environment where personalities are already strong, the results can be explosive. Eyewitnesses inside the house have reported subtle shifts in behavior. T.I., normally calm and composed, has been seen pausing more in conversations, questioning offhand remarks, and looking uneasy when interacting with King Harris. King Harris, on the other hand, has reportedly become more guarded, analyzing T.I.'s every word and expression. It's the kind of tension that slowly builds, almost like a storm you can feel coming in the distance. Big Nana doesn't have to do much. Just let the misunderstandings fester and watch the tension mount. Every whispered comment, every strategically placed rumor, every overheard conversation brings her closer to her ultimate goal: total control of the house. And let's talk about the endgame, because this is where it gets really interesting. Big Nana isn't creating this drama just for fun. She wants the power that comes from it. Once the rift between T.I. and King Harris reaches its peak, she plans to step in as the peacemaker, the one with all the answers, the voice of reason, or, depending on how you see it, the one in control. At that moment, she won't just be another house member. she'll be the person everyone looks to, the one calling the shots while the others are distracted by their conflict. In short, the chaos she's creating isn't accidental. It's a meticulously crafted strategy to rise to the top. And it's not just about creating tension, it's psychological warfare. Big Nana reportedly understands timing, body language, and emotional manipulation better than most. She knows exactly when to speak, when to stay silent, and when to let situations escalate on their own. By controlling the narrative subtly, she can make T.I. and King Harris doubt themselves, doubt each other, and ultimately look to her as the solution. In a house full of strong personalities and competing egos, this level of manipulation can be devastating if executed correctly. It's like a chess game, and Big Nana is thinking 5 moves ahead. Of course, the fans are already losing it. Social media is exploding with theories about Big Nana's intentions. Some fans are praising her for her strategic mind, calling her a mastermind of the house dynamics. Others are warning T.I. and King Harris to watch their backs, calling the situation manipulative and dangerous. And then, of course, there are fans who are just here for the drama, posting memes, reactions, and commentary about every little move in the house. The digital conversation mirrors the tension in the house itself. The world is watching, and the stakes are higher than ever. So, what does this mean for T.I. and King Harris? If they fall for Big Nana's scheme, it could completely destabilize the house. Friendships could be destroyed, trust could vanish, and Big Nana would emerge as the ultimate ruler, orchestrating events behind the scenes while everyone else scrambles to keep up. But there's another side to it. If they catch on in time, they could turn the tables, team up, and expose her manipulation before it's too late. That's where the drama really gets interesting. The house could either descend into chaos, or we could see one of the most epic power plays in reality show history. Imagine this scenario. T.I. confronts King Harris after overhearing a comment Big Nana made. He says, "Did you really mean that about me?" King Harris, confused, responds, "What are you talking about?" Meanwhile, Big Nana, standing just out of earshot, smiles subtly, knowing that the seeds of doubt are planted. Each reaction, each hesitation is exactly what she wants. It's manipulation at its finest. The tension builds without her lifting a finger, and every move the others make plays right into her hands. Scenes like this could easily be straight out of a TV drama, but in this case, it's real life unfolding before our eyes. And let's not forget the psychological toll. Constant suspicion, second-guessing, and tension can weigh heavily on anyone. T.I. and King Harris are not just dealing with each other. They're navigating an environment where every word and glance could be interpreted as a threat or betrayal. Big Nana is leveraging that stress perfectly, amplifying small uncertainties into full-blown misunderstandings. By the time they realize what's happening, she could already be in control, with everyone else too caught up in the chaos to challenge her. At this point, the story is far from over. Fans are glued to every update, every clip, and every social media post from the house. People are speculating on alliances, predicting confrontations, and debating whether T.I. and King Harris will see through Big Nana's manipulation. Some are even theorizing about what her ultimate strategy could be. Will she consolidate power quietly, or will she assert her control openly once the chaos reaches its peak? Either way, it's a story that's capturing the attention of viewers everywhere, and it shows just how much influence one person can have when they play the game strategically. Let's take a step back and look at why this confrontation matters. Public disputes between artists can be more than just gossip. They can affect careers, public perception, and even business relationships. King Harris, as a rising star, has a lot to gain from being seen as bold and unafraid to confront legends, but he also risks backlash if fans feel he overstepped. T.I., meanwhile, carries the weight of decades in the industry, a brand built on influence, and a reputation for handling conflict strategically. For both artists, this confrontation sends a message. Whether intentional or accidental, being seen in a clash with another high-profile figure can redefine how fans, critics, and peers view you. It's not just about the moment itself. It's about the narrative that follows, and social media ensures that narrative spreads at lightning speed. And the fan reactions have been nothing short of wild. On one side, King Harris supporters are praising his courage, claiming he stood his ground against a legend like T.I. On the other side, T.I.'s fans are defending him, pointing to his experience, composure, and status in the industry as reasons he shouldn't be challenged publicly. Some fans are taking a neutral stance, emphasizing that no one won or lost yet because the confrontation didn't escalate into an actual fight. Meanwhile, others are analyzing every detail: the timing of gestures, who appeared to get louder, who backed down, and how security intervened. In today's digital age, a public confrontation is never just a moment. It becomes a narrative that fans and media dissect endlessly. But here's what's really fascinating. Despite the tension, no one was seriously injured. Security did their job. The confrontation ended without physical altercations, and both artists reportedly left the scene. However, the incident raises a lot of questions about what might happen next. Will this turn into a longer-term feud? Are we about to see diss tracks, social media jabs, or more heated encounters at future events? Or, perhaps, could this lead to an eventual reconciliation, where both parties recognize the power of public perception and choose to de-escalate? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear: the hip-hop world will be watching closely. Right now, social media is buzzing. Twitter threads are dissecting every second of video footage. TikTok creators are making reaction videos, and Instagram stories are full of fan commentary. Hashtags related to King Harris and T.I. are trending, and the debate online mirrors the intensity of the confrontation itself. People are asking, who escalated first? Was this a matter of pride, ego, or something more personal? The online discussion highlights how public confrontations between high-profile artists are not just entertainment. They are cultural phenomena that influence fan behavior, media coverage, and even future collaborations or conflicts. So let's summarize what we know. King Harris and T.I. had a public confrontation at an event, an encounter that started with words and nearly escalated into a physical altercation. Eyewitnesses described tense body language, aggressive gestures, and a sense that the situation could have turned dangerous if not for quick intervention by security. Social media exploded almost immediately, with fans picking sides, creating memes, and debating every detail. No one was seriously hurt, but the incident is significant for both artists' reputations and for hip-hop culture at large. It serves as a reminder of how high-profile interactions are scrutinized in today's digital age, where a single confrontation can become a worldwide story within hours. And now it's your turn. What do you think this confrontation means for King Harris and T.I.? Was this just a heated exchange that got blown out of proportion, or the start of something bigger? Do you think one of them handled it better than the other? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your opinions.